investigative stories on daycare child abuse, survivor advocacy, warning signs, legal accountability, and child safety awareness featured on Mouth Closed Media's YouTube channel today worldwide. Hit the like and subscribe, and we hope you're having a wonderful day.
Investigation started after parents found their children with bruises and swelling after being picked up from daycare. Daleville police told us camera footage showed the women allegedly hitting children, and the daycare closed down shortly after the arrest.
Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office arrested 51-year-old Rong Lu Friday. She is the co-owner and director behind bars following a months-long child abuse investigation. Known to parents and kids as Miss Judy.
Parents of this Odessa daycare are left wondering if there were signs they missed.
Whenever he was corrected for anything, I was just telling him, no, put that down, buddy, dude, you can't do that. He would then smack himself in the face, throw himself on the ground, and start crying.
Kelly Autry, whose son has delayed speech, says she didn't suspect anything was wrong until she got a call from a Hillsborough County detective.
I was told that every time he would bite, the owner would smack him across the face or in the mouth.
Childcare investigators began looking into allegations of child abuse at the Children's Land of Imagination Academy in June. Kelly says the Odessa daycare never let her know they were under investigation or that her son was involved. And when she confronted owner and director Rong Lu,
Miss Judy was laughing. She goes, "Oh my God, they said something about child abuse? Like, I had no idea. You had 3 detectives in the building. You had no idea." She blatantly lied to me.
Jessica Torres says she too was surprised by a call from investigators.
He was pushed backwards into a classroom with someone's hands over his face.
Jessica says detectives said they had video footage of her son, who is nonverbal, being hit by teachers and restrained at nap time. Detectives arrested Lou on child abuse charges. But despite the ongoing investigation, the daycare has remained open and other parents have not officially been informed.
I'm confused. I don't understand how they could operate still, and that she could, the teachers that were involved could still be caring for kids.
The licensing board for daycare facilities in Hillsborough tells me that now Ms. Liu, that she has been arrested. She can no longer work at that daycare facility or any daycare facility in the state. She's no longer even allowed on premises, and they were there today to make sure that that was followed through on, and they tell us that they are not anticipating any other arrests.
23-year-old Sandrine Mangalingden is currently out of jail on bond after she was charged with 1 count of child abuse. According to this arrest report, Mangalingden was an employee at a child daycare center near Moncrief Road who was seen on surveillance video being physically rough with a toddler that wouldn't go to sleep. The owner of the daycare center tells News4Jax she was reviewing surveillance video recordings when she stumbled upon something she felt was criminal.
I did see a teacher placing her hands on a child's bottom, popping them, and then roughly laying a child down for nap, and that is not something that we are supposed to do.
Mangalingden was seen on video holding the toddler face down onto a cot and even picking the toddler up and then forcing the child down so hard that the toddler bounced. Police also say video showed Mangalingden getting so frustrated that she forcefully yanked the toddler's leg. Mangalingden told police she was attempting to get the toddler to go to sleep and that she is not allowed to quote-unquote baby the children at the daycare center. The arrest report states that she told police she would not hit the toddler or any child at the center because she had a child that attended the same daycare center. The owner of the daycare center says she notified all the parents and explained why Mangalingden was fired and arrested.
For now, it's one day at a time, and that's all we really can do.
For these Springfield, Missouri parents, taking care of their son Austin can be challenging at times.
Okay, stop. We may have to move him out, maybe take him for a little walk.
9-year-old Austin has epilepsy and autism and cannot speak.
Yes,
he attends the Green Valley School in Springfield for severely disabled children.
There was a couple of times that he didn't want to get on the bus, and he fought us, didn't want to get dressed, and we didn't know. I mean, honestly didn't know.
What his father didn't know would eventually come to him in an anonymous letter. He says the letter indicated Austin's special education teacher was physically and verbally abusing him.
When a child like him is being abused in some shape or form, that he can't, they can't come and tell you. To me, that makes it worse.
Police documents that 41 Action News obtained show that it was reported to the principal that Austin's teacher, Janet Williams, tried to kick him when he was under a table and allegedly called him an idiot. One witness said the teacher slapped him on the back of the head and called him another inappropriate name. According to the probable cause statement, the teacher admitted to hitting him at least 5 times.
And when I first got that police report and read through it, I mean, I could even read the whole thing.
Austin's family hired an attorney and filed a civil lawsuit.
What's really difficult is proving it. And the reason it is because you have these children who are, in many cases, nonverbal, like this little boy. He can't talk. And they can't tell their story.
Several special education attorneys told us that these cases take a long time to get resolved.
And I'll tell you frankly, it's taken too long to make a decision on this case, and that's why I've reassigned it.
The Greene County prosecuting attorney says after 41 Action News contacted his office, he realized they were moving too slowly on this case.
The assistant prosecutor who was assigned to it had other duties, other trials that were going on, and it's a misdemeanor charge.
While Austin's family wants justice, they hope their case will keep other families on guard.
There's probably a lot of parents out there that don't know that stuff like this happens.
The sounds of silence accompany a studious atmosphere for Javis and his family, but at school, the silence of staff members masked something sinister for the 8-year-old special needs student.
My teacher, she's be getting mad at us, and then she'll try to smack us.
Javis mumbles and talks into his fist as he recounts the pain he endured in 3rd grade at the hands of the woman he knew as Ms. Joy, a special programs teaching assistant who'd worked at his school for 3 years.
When she beat us at lunch, she pushed me down to the floor.
Hard to believe, but in August, LaJoy Schwenke pleaded guilty to hurting Javis and 2 other special needs students in his class at Helen Her Elementary. Police discovered a pattern of ongoing verbal and physical abuse by LaJoy Schwenke. Officers interviewed 5 Helen Her staff members who'd witnessed the abuse over several months.
Oh yes, it was covered up. I mean, the report says it all.
On various days from October through December, the police report says Schwenke was cussing and screaming at the students in her special needs class. On one day, she threw Javis to the ground and dragged him across the blacktop. On another, she threw her school work keys at Javis as he was entering the classroom and said she wished she had hit him and would have if she had been faster. She reportedly threatened all her students that if they came up on her, they would receive an elbow in the face, and she told another staff member not to leave the students with her because she will choke them out.
No one had said or done anything.
Not until the day police were finally called, when Schwenke hit Javis over the head with a book and later grabbed him, causing him to fall to the ground and hit his head on a wet floor sign in the cafeteria. School surveillance cameras captured the incident, and though the district refused to release the video to us, that morning when Schwenke went to work, she's quoted by others as saying, "Today looks like a good day to lose my job."
And she went and harmed not 1, 2, 3 students.
Including Rosalind Smith's son.
I'm hurting inside because I'm like, why didn't you tell me that these things were happening?
Like Javis, her son kept silent too about the teaching assistant's abuse.
She made him feel as though he was doing something wrong. She basically put fear in my child as well.
The parents we spoke to believe school staff here at Helen Her Elementary had numerous opportunities to protect their children, but failed to act. I had to call the principal repeatedly, and when we finally did speak, he declined to make any comment at all.
School police recommended charges of child abuse, saying a person responsible for the safety and welfare of children caused them to suffer unjustifiable pain or mental suffering. Although the DA filed 8 misdemeanor charges of battery and assault, Schwenke cut a deal, pleading guilty to 3 battery charges, 1 for each student. She got no jail time, a 90-day suspended sentence, some community service, anger management counseling, and no contact with minor children.
Hit the like button and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a dime.